The music in the Civilization video game series has been composed by various composers. Civilization, the soundtrack of the original Civilization game, was available in digital MIDI format. Most of original tunes were composed by Jeff Briggs, while others were taken from traditional or classic compositions, referring to each national culture represented in the game. The same music used for the Aztecs was also applied to the barbarians whenever they invaded a city. Romans: Rise of Rome, Babylonians: Hammurabi's Code, Germans: DOS version, Variatio 4, Lo stesso movimento from Goldberg Variations. Amiga version, Rondo alla Turca, Egyptians: Harvest of the Nile, Americans: Battle Hymn of the Republic, Greek: Aristotle's Pupil, Mongols: Mongol Horde, Russians: Song of the Volga Boatman, Zulus, French: La Marseillaise, Aztecs: Tenochtitlan Revealed, Chinese: The Shining Path, English: Rondo from Symphonies and Fanfares for the King's Supper, Indians: Gautama Pondas. Besides the main theme, sometimes known as Civilization opening theme, other tunes used in the game were Beethoven's Ode to Joy in the Leaders' Day celebration in cities, as well as the Funeral March. Civilization 2, Civilization Euro's music is in the Red Book CD audio format, the same as that found on normal music CDs. The songs are quite varied. Some are from the 19th century classical era, such as the Blue Danube Waltz, while others have a tribal, tropical sound to them. The music can be played back through any CD-ROM drive. Over 200 megabytes of space on the Civilization 2 CD is taken up by the music, 280 megabytes is occupied by the videos, whereas the actual program data takes up less than 30 megabytes. The 5 different releases of Civilization 2 have added and subtracted tracks from the mix, with Fantastic Worlds containing the largest number of tracks of all releases. Wonders of the World music: whenever a player builds a wonder of the world, a short video with music is played. The music is often taken from other sources: King Richard's Crusade, Dance of the Furies, Christoph Willibald Gluck, Leonardo's Workshop, Cantaloupe Island, Herbie Hancock, Michelangelo's Chapel, Credo, Giovanni Pierluigi da Palestrina, J.S. Bach's Cathedral, Toccata and Fugue in D minor, Johann Sebastian Bach, Shakespeare's Theatre, taken from the prologue to Henry V. Statue of Liberty, El Capitan March, John Philip Sousa, Isaac Newton's College, Concerto for 4 violins and strings in B minor, Antonio Vivaldi, Adam Smith's Trading Company, The Entrance of the Queen of Sheba from the Oratorio Solomon, George Friedrich Handel. Most videos, however, feature original compositions with often discernible inspiration either from Peter Gabriel's soundtrack to The Last Temptation of Christ, Pyramids: The Feeling Begins, Great Wall of China Gethsemane, Sun Tzu's War Academy Gethsemane, Trevor Jones and Randy Edelman's soundtrack to The Last of the Mohicans, Colossus, main title, Great Lighthouse Elk Hunt, Marco Polo's Embassy: The Kiss, Magellan's Expedition: Fort Battle, United Nations: The Glade Part 2, or various other sources. Oracle, theme from Harry's Game by Clannad, Women's Suffrage, Swinging at the Daisy Chain by the Count Basie Orchestra, Hoover Dam, a remix version of Arkham Bridge from the soundtrack of the PC game. Mchuaria 2 Ghost Bear's Legacy by Gregory Alper and Jihon Wang. Manhattan Project, I Had My Chance by Morphine, Apollo Program, Telegraph Road by Dire Straits. Civilization 3. Civilization 3 is a 2001 strategy game from Firaxis Games. As the game progresses, the music changes to reflect the era. There are 5 different mixes that represent the 5 major cultural groupings of the civs in the game. During diplomatic negotiations with leaders of other civilizations, there are both aggressive and passive tracks for each culture grouping that play depending on the mood of the civilization the player negotiates with. All the music in the game is stored in MP3 format. Civilization 4, the music of the computer game Civilization 4 features a large variety of tracks both original and historical, from Gregorian chants to modern minimalism, and makes extensive use of classical music as well as both world music and folk music. Such a focus on the soundtrack and the inclusion of classical, world and folk music are rare among games, though relatively common for strategy games. Original music was created for the expansion Civilization 4, Warlords, and includes specifically themed music for each of the several scenarios, and several new leader pieces. Civilization 4, Warlords also uses music from Civilization 3 to fill out some of the areas overlooked in the original Civilization 4, such as music for the classical period, and adds Eastern music for the Asian scenarios. All tracks are stored on the hard drive in MP3 format, making them perfectly usable outside the game. Overview. Original music was composed by Jeff Briggs, Mark Cromer, Michael Curran and Christopher Tin. Featured composers include John Adams, Gregorio Allegri, Johann Sebastian Bach, Ludwig van Beethoven, Johannes Brahms, Antoine Brunel, Giovanni Pierluigi da Palestrina, Francisco de la Torre, Josquin Desprez, Antoine Endvo. Unregistered trademark AK, Orlando Lassus, Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, Johannes Ockeghem, Michael Praetorius, Nikolai Rimsky-Korsakov, Camille Saint-Saëns NS and John Shepard. Each of the game's time periods has its own set of background music appropriate for the period. The Ancient and Classical Ages are limited to 4 original tracks that mostly focus on ambience and primitive instruments such as drums and the flute. The Middle Ages feature medieval and Renaissance music, both instrumental and chants, such as Kyrie by Ockeghem. The Renaissance era uses Baroque and classical music by Mozart, Beethoven and Bach. The soundtrack to the industrial period focuses on romantic music by Brahms, unregistered trademark AK and Beethoven, with 1 track each from Saint-Saëns NS and Rimsky-Korsakov. The modern age's music is composed exclusively of music by American minimalist composer John Adams. Orchestral samples in the game are from the Vienna Symphonic Library, which features recordings of classical music by members of the Vienna Philharmonic. Each leader has his or her own theme music as well, and each leitmotif has 3 variants, corresponding to different periods in the game. These are shorter and simpler pieces, from just under 40 seconds to 3 minutes. Each reflects the leader or country in question. Roosevelt's music is the Marines' hymn, and Napoleon's is based on La Marseillaise. Some are renditions of famous pieces of classical music, such as Frederick's Piece, which is a paraphrase of the 4th of the Goldberg Variations, or Bismarck's, which is the opening theme of the second movement of Beethoven's Symphony No. 3. Others, such as Mao Zedong and Alexander the Great, have music that has been modified from earlier games, such as Civilization 3. The theme song is Coronation by Christopher Tin, and the menu music is Barbeito, also by him. The latter features lyrics based on a Swahili adaptation of the Lord's Prayer by Chris Kiadjuri. Vocals were performed by Stanford Talisman. Music. Stanford Talisman performs all the pieces written by Christopher Tin. The other tracks are performed by a variety of groups, who are not credited on the original soundtrack. Civilization V. The soundtrack of Civilization V was written by Jeff Knorr and Michael Curran, and features new compositions as well as folk songs and famous compositions. Some of the songs in the game were released as a 2-disc soundtrack as part of the deluxe edition. The track listing of the soundtrack is: Alexander Peace, Greece Epitaph of Psycholos 644, Alexander War, Greece Epitaph of Psycholos 506, Askia Peace, Song I Gambia Folk Song 347, Askia War, Song I Gambia Folk Song 502, Bismarck Peace, Germany Ode to Joy 535, Bismarck War, Germany Ode to Joy 452, Caesar Peace, Rome Ancient Roman Melody Fragments 437, Caesar War, Rome Ancient Roman Melody Fragments 543, Catherine Peace, Russia Montagues and Capulets 407, Catherine War, Russia Montagues and Capulets 417, Darius I Peace. Persia Mori Zaha 516, Darius I War, Persia Mori Zaha 549, Elizabeth Peace, England I Vow to Thee, My Country 523, Elizabeth War, England I Vow to Thee, My Country 505, Gandhi Peace, India Ragarasa 515, Gandhi War, India Ragarasa 348, Harun al-Rashid Peace, Arabia Theocracy. Hijaz Makam 623, Harun al-Rashid War, Arabia Theocracy. Hyges Macam 447, Napoleon Peace, France Cancan 306, Napoleon War, France Cancan 425, Oda Nobunaga Peace, Japan Rokudan no Sharab 544, Oda Nobunaga War, Japan Rokudan no Sharab 556, Civilization v Opening Movie Music 331, Civilization v Opening Menu Music 517, Rameses II War, Egypt Ancient Egyptian Melody Fragments 350, Suleiman Peace, Ottoman Empire Sedindedin 505, Suleiman War, Ottoman Empire Sedindedin 508, Washington Peace, America America the Beautiful 313, Washington War, America America the Beautiful 342, Wu. Zhejiang Peace, China Gaoshan Liushui 440, however, some leader themes, city-state themes, and the ambient music are omitted from the soundtrack. Leaders' themes not included in soundtrack: Genghis Khan, Mongolia Traditional Mongolian Long Song, Harold Bluetooth, Denmark Dra Mte Megendra Minat, and Nobilis Humilis, Hiawatha, Iroquois Ho, Ho, What Now, Isabella, Spain Viva la Quince Brigada, Kamehameha, Polynesia Holwamia, Montezuma, Aztec Quora Mitode Song, Nebuchadnezzar II, Babylon Hurrian Hymn, Pachacuti, Inca Traditional Inca Melody Fragments, Ramkhamhaeng, Siam, Melody in the Garland Handbook of Southeast Asian Music, Sejong, Korea Arirang. Gods and Kings The Civilization V expansion, Gods and Kings, includes the soundtrack within the game files. 1. Opening movie music, 2. Gods and Kings theme, based on T. Edom, 3, 4. Gustavus Adolphus, Sweden Du Gamla, Du Friar, 5, 6. Boudica, The Celts Lord Gregory, The Lus of Urim, 7, 8. William of Orange, The Netherlands in Nam van Oranje, 9, 10. Maria Theresa, Austria Requiem Mass in D minor. Still 11, 12. Attila, The Huns Leelings See Han, 13, 14. Dido, Carthage Hymn to Nickel, 15, 16. Theodora, Byzantium Phos Hilaron, 17, 18. Haile Selassie, Ethiopia Traditional Melody. Selassie's National Anthem, 19, 20. Pakal, The Maya Traditional Melody Fragments, 21. Fall of Rome, 22. The Medieval World Messe de Notre Dame, 23. Smoky Skies. Brave New World The second Civilization V expansion, Brave New World, contains the following original music: Civilization V, Brave New World, opening movie music, Civilization V, Brave New World theme, opening menu music, Assyria, Ashurbanipal Ancient Assyrian Chant, Indonesia, Gajah Mada Udan Mas, Brazil, Pedro Tuchiga da Saudade, Poland, Casimir Bar Cubed G. Siam Registered Trademark Rodzi, Portugal, Maria I Saudades de Coimbra, Morocco, Ahmad Al-Mansur Mawal Nawi, Shoshone, Pocatlo Shoshone Sundance Songs, Venice, Enrico Dandolo Rodina Sonata, Zulu, Sherka in Lizio Yami, Scramble for Africa Scenario Adubanar Takabari, The Civil War, Conquest of the New World, orchestral version. Civilization, Beyond Earth, the soundtrack for Civilization, Beyond Earth was composed entirely by Jeff Knorr, Michael Curran, Griffin Cohen and Grant Kirkhope. Music in Civilization, Beyond Earth includes, The Seeding, Jeff Knorr, Beyond Earth, Jeff Knorr, The Lush Planet Euro Jeff Knorr, The Lush Planet, Ambient Earlier Euro Griffin Cohen, Beauty in the Eye of the Orbiter Euro Jeff Knorr, Destroyer Euro Jeff Knorr, The Lush Planet, Ambient Midlia Euro Griffin Cohen, Lux Perpetua Euro Jeff Knorr, Benedicitia Euro Jeff Knorr, The Lush Planet, Ambient Later Euro Griffin Cohen, Our New World Euro Jeff Knorr, The Fungal Planet Euro Jeff Knorr, The Fungal Planet, Ambient Earlier Euro Griffin Cohen, Acclamation Euro Jeff Knorr, Promethena Euro Jeff Knorr, The Fugal Planet, Ambient Middle Griffin Cohen, Xnomaluma Euro Jeff Knorr, The Fungal Planet, Ambient Later Euro Jeff Knorr, A New Beginning Euro Jeff Knorr, The Arid Planet Euro Michael Curran, The Arid Planet, Ambient earlier Euro Griffin Cohen, Solar Collector Euro Grant Krykope, Dogmatic Engine Ringa Euro Grant Kirkhope, The Arid Planet, Ambient Midlia Euro Griffin Cohen, Xeno Titana Euro Grant Kirkhope, The Signala Euro Grant Kirkhope, The Arid Planet, Ambient Later Euro Griffin Cohen, Deep Memoria Euro Grant Kirkhope, Planet Valor Euro Michael Curran, Planetfall, Ambient Early 1, Griffin Cohen, Alien Shariza Euro Michael Curran, Sky Mini Euro Michael Curran, Planetfall, Ambient Early 2, Griffin Cohen, Earth's Ambassador Euro Michael Curran O Musia Euro Michael Curran, Planetfall, Ambient Midlia Euro Griffin Cohen, Deep Sparshia Euro Michael Curran, Planetfall, Ambient Late 1, Griffin Cohen, Xenomancer Euro Michael Curran, Planetfall, Ambient Late 2, Griffin Cohen, Solid State Site Izena Euro Griffin Cohen, The Future of Mankind Euro Jeffnor. Rising Tide Reunited Euro Jeffnor 214, Rising Tide Euro Jeffnor 456, The Abyss Euro Jeffnor 310, The Abyss Ambient Earlier Euro Griffin Cohen Jeffnor 454, Upon the Expanse Euro Jeffnor 405, Ebb and Flow Euro Jeffnor 406, The Abyss, Ambient Midlia Euro Griffin Cohen 403, Divea Euro Jeffnor 356, Tide Hunter Euro Jeffnor 331, The Abyss, Ambient Later Euro Griffin Cohen 352, Neptune's Galia Euro Jeffnor 500, The Old World Euro Griffin Cohen 313, The Old World, Ambient Earlier Euro Griffin Cohen 436, Holocene Euro Grant Kirkhope 419, Terra Incognita Euro Grant Kirkhope 449, The Old World, Ambient Midlia Euro Griffin Cohen 357, Ice and Conquesta Euro Grant Kirkhope 459, The Dendrite Frontiera Euro Grant Kirkhope 515, The Old World, Ambient Later Euro Griffin Cohen 413, Fractal Aquilina Euro Grant Kirkhope 421, The Young World Euro Jeffnor 321, The Young World, Ambient Earlier Euro Griffin Cohen 336, Immortale Euro Jeff Nor 518, Mobius Horner Euro Jeffnor 332, The Young World, Ambient Midlia Euro Griffin Cohen 327, Lahara Euro Jeffnor 527, Primordial Magestia Euro Jeffnor 508, The Young World, Ambient Later Euro Griffin Cohen 355, Hybrid Championa Euro Jeffnor 552. References. External links, Barbie2, released for download. Lyrics to Barbie2, more information about Barbie2, lyrics to the Gods and Kings theme.